Yo, what's going on, y'all? Y'all are listening to WKCR. This is Notes from Underground, WKCR New York, WKCR HD. You can tune in at 89.9 FM or WKCR.org. We got Rivan in the studio with us. What's going on, Rivan?
What's up, y'all? Happy to be here.
Hell yeah. Who else we got around the table?
Man, what's going on, y'all? It's Grant, man. It is good to be back, man. I'm excited for today.
Hell yeah. I agree with that. It's good to be back. I'm one of your co-hosts as well, Jude.
Hell yeah. I mean, just to kick us off, broad question, you can kind of answer it how you feel. Why do you make music?
I make music because someone actually asked me this today in an interview. I feel like music is, and this is a little deep, but I feel like music is the most, like, viewable form of God within all of us, low-key. Like, it just comes so deep with, like, I pause on that. Right at the top of the interview, my fault. I just feel like it's so apparent. Like, there's something that's always drawn us as a society to music, like, so strongly. So that's why I love music. Like, it's connected me to all the people in my life. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Funny enough, like, we're all taking this religion and hip-hop class, so that's funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and, like,
what have you been learning in that?
We just started, but, like, I agree, like, with the, the draws between God and music and creativity in general.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like, why do we care about it so much? Like, why is it the main thing? I think it's, something deeper than just, like, product. You know?
No, absolutely. Are there artists that you feel like have held that in a way, like held music as something greater than just the sound? That have inspired you?
I think all artists do that, even if they aren't fully aware of it. You know what I mean? Like, you could say some really deep, like, oh, John Baptiste, because of the way he says all this religious shit on his music. The same way that his music connects to someone, like Lil Pump's music could connect to someone at the right time, and they could, go on to do some shit like,
Facts.
I don't know. I can name drop a million people, but I just think music is within everybody. Like, it is everything,
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you have, like, pretty extensive knowledge of other artists and hip-hop in general. And I just wanted to know, like, what was the role of hip-hop growing up in your life?
Yeah, my dad was a DJ. He still is.
That's what's up. What's his DJ name?
DJ Lewis Calderon.
DJ
Matt
Lewis
Federal with
Calderon.
it. Yeah, I used to go help him set his equipment up at, like, weddings that he would DJ and shit. But, he's always put me on to really good music. I have this lore story that I've told a couple times, but, like, there was one time in 5th grade where I got caught plagiarizing on, like, this essay. And my dad was like, all right, for the whole summer, I'm going to make you write essays on artists. So I had to do an essay on, like, Sam Cooke, the Beatles, Elvis Presley, the Rolling Stones. And then the last artist that I had to do was on Tribe Called Quest.
That's great fucking parenting.
That's good learning.
Yeah,
I hated him for it at the time, but, like,
I'm stealing that.
Yo, the moment I listened to A Tribe Called Quest, that shit literally, like, the lobe in my brain that needed the extra knowledge unlocked. I was like, oh, I'm a little bit of a human being now. Yeah.
And moving on to just, some of the other things you've been doing recently. At the end of last year, you went on the radar. Like, what was that like? Was that your first time? Like, tell us about it.
Yeah, bro. Yes, that was the first time. That was a trip. That was a real trip. Like, I get a little obsessed over my goals sometimes, and On the Radar has been on the top of my list of something to accomplish for the past few years. Just because, in my opinion, it's just such like if you're on that show, you are like a legitimate artist. Not to say that, like, I have friends that are way hotter than some of the artists that they have on, no shade, but that haven't been on yet. But I just took it as a sign, like, they saw that I was taking my craft seriously. And that wasn't just because, like, I had a viral song, too, or anything. That was because, like, me and my manager, like, we've been putting in muscle to make ourselves known in the scene here. But the whole experience was crazy, yo. Like, bro, I think I got the call from Eli that I was gonna be on the show while I was, like, in Vermont, like, back in my home state, which was crazy in itself because, like, I came to New York to do music. So when I was back home, I was like, damn, I'm certified in New York, low-key.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, bro, showing up the day of, like, I had no idea how close it was to the surroundings that I've already been around. Like, I literally go work at a coffee shop on my computer all day, like a 5-minute walk from the place. And then it was lit. Like, I had Eli, I had my boy Chase, I had Mary Jane holding me down on it, and then yeah, bro, like even when the video dropped, the craziest part to me was like I took the bus home from On the Radar, you know what I mean? And then when they dropped the video that I just did, I had hella people like, yo, they just dropped it, congratulations. I'm like in my room like just eating beans and rice like in the dark because I'm just like, all right, yo, it's low-key just another day. Like I still got to pay rent and shit. But nah, that shit was super like, I had to take a moment to pause and be like, okay, I'm making good momentum with the shit that I'm working on right now.
Yeah, clearly people were, recognizing it. And it's funny because you talked about, putting in that work. Bro, you've been outside.
I've been trying to.
we just saw you a couple of days ago at a Kids Takeover event. They play some of your music. We'd love to talk about, like, what does that, like, underground music scene mean to you? And how do you, intentionally go to make time for those type of events?
It means everything to me. I mean, everybody has their, like, niche things that they're into. Mine is just underground hip-hop, I don't know, or the underground scene in all of its glory. Like, yeah, we've been outside even though it's cold as shit. We got some nice jackets on. But I came here 4 years ago, right around this time, and I didn't know a single musician in New York. I only had one friend that lived here. And the first people that I really became friends with here were musicians. And I realized right off the jump, like, okay, there's real community here. Back in Vermont, like, there's some rappers, like there's a good little DIY scene, but it was lacking diversity for me. So the moment I got here and started putting myself out there, it just really like opened up every single aspect of my life. And I just felt how like nice the people are and how we all just want to see each other win. Like from the jump, I saw that, you know what I mean? So I'm outside not to just like put myself on, but to really be like, acts of service are really important to me and to all my peers. Like they say it takes a village to make a human being. Bro, it takes like many villages to make a celebrity, an artist, like someone, live off this shit. So me and all my friends, we recognize that. So we just try to be there for each other as much as we can, And that
awesome.
means I'm outside. I'm at shows all the fucking time.
That's awesome.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, keeping in mind with that like community vibe, I feel like you got Rivan's Room, which just seems like a really big part of your image, of your artistry. Tell us a bit about like how you started that, kind of the concept behind it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been throwing my own shows for a hot minute. Like I was doing that in college back in the day, just trying to, bro. I mean, venues, they don't like rappers, so sometimes you just got to make your own thing, So I used to throw house parties and shows and stuff back in Vermont, and then when I moved out here, I kept trying to do the same thing. At the top of 2025, my friends opened this venue called Rabbit Hole, rest in peace. It's now shut down, but I was doing a monthly showcase there.
Wow.
And I got to do it for 8 months. And
that's awesome.
It was like huge artist showcase with like 6 to 7, I'm doing the hands right, like mad other artists and shit. And it was exhausting doing that because like I was making the posters for it, getting the social content for it, booking, performing, doing all the roles that I needed to do. But it really helped me like solidify myself amongst other artists in this community, and it was just like a blessing to be able to put some of my homies on. But then the venue got shut down, and I had been wanting to do lot radio for a long time. That's like one of my big goals this year. I really want to just go on lot radio, just spit on some shit. But I liked what they did with that space, and I was like, I filmed a variation of Rivan's Room like a year ago where I had a homie, my boy Fabo, he came over, and my boy Cam Barnes, they came to my crib, and we recorded us cooking up. And then we went outside and we did like a run and gun music video right after that.
Fire.
But I'm not gonna lie, bro. My boy Favo, we took like 2 hours to make this song because halfway through he's like, I ain't really feeling this beat, so we had to like switch it up. And then I was sitting on so much footage that I didn't even know like where to begin with to start editing. But I had always known that I wanted to do something in my room because like space is such a slept on tool. You know what I mean? Like you guys have this platform, bro. If you have homies you want to put on connections, it's like, I got this space. Like, you can come here. And not even on like like anybody can utilize their space. You know what I mean? Like, just inviting people to come over to like watch a movie, like take some flicks, whatever. So I don't know. Ravon's Room has been really cool. I've done like 3 episodes. I got a couple in the bank. I'm trying to keep it consistent, like once a month or so.
Cool.
There's some NFU alumni on Ravon's Room too.
Oh yeah.
Sumaya Nazar.
Yes.
sir.
Yep.
Yes. Sumaya, Zach, Kyle, I saw.
Yep.
Or no, bro, I haven't had Zach on. He was supposed to be on the last episode.
yeah.
This nigga flight like an hour before the shit. But we'll have him on soon. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, but y'all have Black Hibiscus on?
yeah,
Of
we
course.
did.
That's
Yeah,
the guy.
Yeah, I had him on. That was crazy, bro.
that's cool.
Shout out
We
to
have,
him.
yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, I had him on because I got David the Tragic, and I know they're homies. So I'm
Yup.
like, oh, hey, JJ, I just met you, but I'm having David on the shit if you want to pull through. And that's like strengthen the relationship OD.
Facts.
Now we have this show on the 1st at Heart Bar. We got him headlining the show, him and David the Tragic.
I saw that,
Yeah.
bro. I
Yeah,
saw
that's
that. That's
fire.
definitely talk about that. Where can people find tickets if they're interested in like?
You can
what's
go
the
to,
details? Tell me everybody.
Yeah.
performing.
Go to Diabolical Discs Instagram. I got my manager right here.
Yes, sir.
Go to his page, bro. We've been on this little tour. We've been doing hella shows, but the ticket link is always in the bio. Never sleep on that. The ticket link is always in the bio. If it's not his, it's mine. If it's not mine, it's one of the artists. But yeah, that's gonna be a fire show. Everyone should pop out.
That's awesome, bro.
Fire, bro. And moving into this EP, into new music, like, what does Rude Boy Ruffs mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's the inspiration behind the EP? Didn't want to.
Oh man, I'll start with the name.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, a rude boy is just like a spitter in jungle, but Ruffs is just what I've always called all my demos.
Okay.
And I spelt it that way because I just like dogs. I don't know. I always name all my demos Ruff. So that's why I was like, that wasn't going to be the initial name when I started piecing this project together, me and my producer, Locke. But I was like, shit, this got a little ring to it. And then I really felt like having it be called Rude Boy Ruffs, it took a lot of pressure off of me as to try to make like the perfect project in my eyes. Like, although I low-key, like, I bodied this project, but
Definitely.
Not for sure.
it's hard to be like, oh yeah, this is my magnum opus. That's for other people to decide, you know what I mean? And everyone's gonna have their own favorite picks on people's projects and stuff. Like, my favorite Gambino project is because the internet. I know motherfuckers that hate that project. You know what I mean? So,
Bro, what? I love that shit.
Y'all know how anybody can hate that shit.
or like
Yeah.
people hate on Camp. You know what I mean? Where it's
Yeah,
like,
for
I
sure.
love Camp.
for
I
sure.
always like. So, calling it Rude Boy Ruffs just took so much pressure off. And I also have a deluxe of it coming out.
Hey.
Fire.
I'm trying to drop that at the end of next month, but I opened that up to having like a bunch of producers. Just I'm letting them go free reign, whatever type of dance music that they want to do on it. Cause I'm like, bro, Rude Boy Russ to me is just like an accumulation of sound, people's experiences. I said this before, but I feel like as a rapper, I'm only really like 20 to 30% of the music that I make. I'm just like blessed to be able to work with the producers that I work with and say some shit on their
Fire.
sound. You know what I mean?
Fire.
So it is like my world, but like my world is the people that I work with's world. You know what I mean?
Yo, that's a very
Facts.
humble viewpoint too.
Very.
And for
Yo,
the
you
listeners,
got it. Like the producers are the thing. Like we gotta stop
Hey,
tripping
love.
like
Nah,
they're
dead
not,
ass.
bro.
Facts.
That
What would
Facts.
Playboy Cardi be without his damn producers?
That facts.
Yo, Pierre, bro, Pierre and Cardi, I miss that friendship. But the listeners will have just heard your whole album before this, and
Okay,
if y'all
fire.
can't tell, like this is a great fucking project. And
Thank you,
I want to
bro.
know, like, how does that fit into your broader discography? Do you feel like you as an artist tell a bigger story?
I try not to dive too deep into like narrative driven stories on projects because I never really go into one thing being like, oh, this is gonna be an album where I'm telling this story. Usually just songs that I like are made around the time of my life where they're packaged really well together. So like every single one of the projects I've ever dropped has like some introspective shit, some braggadocious shit, some we're just getting lit at the party, some trials and tribulations, some peaks and
Facts.
valleys, you know what I mean? But I think that is unique to every project that I drop, because then like the new audience or the viewers that have stuck around for a long time are really able to see my growth within each project. Like this project just means so much to me. Like I talk a lot about my journey through sobriety on this project. It's kind of hidden in there because the production is so heavy. But yeah, I've just grown so much over the past like couple years. I'm not gonna lie. So I hope that's reflected in the music in some way.
That's
you know what I
beautiful,
mean?
bro. It definitely is.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, you have a bunch of features on this album. Let's list them. You have Leandra DL,
Mhm.
Ivana, Section 2, Kwame Adu, Geogenesis. Tell us about working with some of those artists, how you came to like meet them, how these
Yeah.
collaborations like sparked.
Yo, okay. So the first one I want to say is my girl Ivana. People sleep on Ivana as an artist. I mean, low-key, she needs to drop some more music. I be on her ass all the time. But Ivana, I went to school with in Vermont. She was like, I reconnected with her early on when I moved out here. She actually ran Rabbit Hole. So I was able to do all these shows this past year at her venue. But yo, she has put me in touch with so many talented people that have like opened up my life. Like, bro, I used to be just a straight up fan of David the Tragic. Like, he's one of my favorite artists. They've worked a ton together. They're good friends. So like I eventually was able to build a relationship with him, and then all of like his ATL homies. So when we were in ATL this past week, I had like Jelani Amani pop out. Kapwani was on the lineup. Like, it was just crazy. So I feel like I got to credit so much to my shit back to Ivana. Even like throwing shows in Vermont back in the day, we used to literally do basement shows and shit together. So that's my girl. Leandra DL. I mean, so a lot of the people on these lineups I've met more recently over the past couple years. But like, yo, Gio is my dog. I remember we hooped at the court, and this nigga like,
Hey.
he crossed me up crazy. Like, he stunted on me. I was definitely the worst on the court, but Gio is like, for real, one of my good homies. And this is the only session we've ever had is this song, and like he did his due diligence on it. Like, I love that song so hard. Leandra DL killed it. Like, she brought me to the studios that she be at NYU, and that was crazy because like I got declined from NYU when I was applying to schools. So to be able to like pull up and make
Studios are
music,
nice.
I'm like, shit, loophole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kwame, like, yo, I only met him one time at SOBs, but he was such a real one, bro. Like, I can tell. I love his music. Section 2, that is my dog. Who else am I missing on this right now? Did I just say everybody?
I think you might
said
have got
everybody.
everybody.
Let me say the
Yeah.
producers, bro.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that, but I mean,
Facts.
Kid Revel, that's my boy. Like, working with him, I met him because I was shooting a music video for him. I didn't even know him when I pulled up, but I immediately knew. I'm like, all right, bro. I can tell like we are definitely on the same level. We are 3 for 3 right now, and I say 3 for 3 because there's only 2 songs on this project, so people gotta watch out for some extra shit we got coming out. But just like such a cool dude, bro. I don't even know what else to say about him. Like, he's just a really nice friend. Audie, bro. Audie is one of the coolest dudes I've ever met in my life. Like, he keeps me so humble. We be sending each other like gratitude lists on the daily.
hey.
You know, like, that's just my boy. And I was so obsessed with Lukeman for a bit. And I feel like all the music that I was listening to, like industrial style, like, he really was tapped in with that thing. And we made songs so easily off rip. And then my man, bro, my main executive producer on this project, my dog Locke. Yo, I fucking love this kid. I've never met him in person. He lives in Australia.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
We cook up on Discord. Like, we just
Love
call
it.
each other all the
Love it.
time.
How did you meet?
We got connected through my homie Tom. This dude I know back from Vermont. He's like, yo, I know someone who's looking for a rapper for this disco track.
That's
And
hard.
I was like, fuck it, I'll do whatever right now. This is back in the day. And then we'd worked on that shit. And then I was like, all right, this dude from down under a little crazy. So I slept on him. But then we like sort of rekindled our relationship. And then, bro, the people, and I'm saying this to all the artists out here, they need to hear this no matter where they are in the world. do not sleep on Discord as a tool to connect with other artists. I've literally met like life-changing people through Discord.
Facts.
This project would not exist without Locke. And shout out to the people that like outside of that, like shout out to the people that curate community on Discord. Like my boy Farron, he got this thing called Sound Oasis sessions that he be running. Annabelle with that good shit with their aux battles, bro. I've literally like connected with people that I didn't even think was possible because of that. But Locke did his thing on this project for real. Like he's a madman, bro. And he's been going crazy on this deluxe. We got like 4 completely new songs.
Hey.
And we're just touching on every single like type of dance that we can. But that man is a beast. I don't even know what to say. That's my brother. But and I haven't even met him. So it's just like, I don't know. This project just means so much to me because I grew up in the internet. I was born in 2000. So like I was literally born into this shit. And people really hate on like the internet. There's a lot of ugly sides of the internet. Fuck AI. I hate AI. Mm-hmm. I hate people that spread hate. But being able to be connected with anyone in the world is like
cool.
It's game changing.
Yo, and it's only gonna get crazier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I mean, it's game changing for music too. Like, it speaks to like you've been like a product of the digital world, but also like the musical landscape has become a place where genre lines are like blurred now.
100%.
And do you think that like plays into your ability to create the type of music you want to?
Yes. I mean, first of all, I feel like if I didn't have the internet, I would be one of the lamest niggas of all time living in back in Burlington, Vermont. And that's not saying like Burlington, Vermont is a lame place. I just did not have the drive or ambition to like become my full self until I moved out here. But I only wanted to move out here because like I knew that there was a scene here, that there was a lane in, you know? Sometimes I'm like, damn, if we were back in like the rock star age, I know that we would have had the hustle and bustle to make it crack. Like if radio was still like the selling point, I know how to send a goddamn like email. I know how to slip a CD under a door. You know what I mean? Like I could have made the shit happen, but I'm just happy to be where I'm at right now. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, bro.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm just curious a little more about the production. I know you mentioned that kind of this dancey sound because a lot of tracks across your discography, especially on this record, have a lot of faster drums, like dance break type stuff.
Yeah.
So like, did this producer that executively produced the last EP, did he kind of get you into that style or like?
The first break beat drum and bass joint I ever made was with my boy Bastion. This song Paper Tabs. I love that song. But working with Locke definitely like expanded me on that genre as a whole because breakbeat is just drums, but like there's liquid drum and bass, there's jungle, there's UK garage, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm a little bit new to the game, so I'm not gonna try to like drop all this crazy ball knowledge and some like old UK bloke is gonna be in my comments like,
right,
you don't even know what real tunes is. You know what I mean? But I love breakbeat because my brain is like, I've consumed so much content and culture that shit just is boring to me now. Like, the traditional is just not interesting to me. And I definitely got some ADHD in my system. So the breakbeats just like keep me going. In New York, bro, like, bro, I'm walking at 4 million miles per hour, just like running people over listening to this shit. So I'm just like, yeah, let me make this type of music, you know?
And like continuing on from that, like I feel like with like, you know, your songs, there's a lot of like mood switches. I feel like when I'm listening, I get different energies from different parts of your track.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I'll be getting depressed.
I mean, yeah, real as fuck. I mean, I guess the question is, what's the thought process behind a song like that, or building songs like that? Well,
seasonal depression, bro. I don't know if they teach that to you in school, but
I'm a psychology major for sure.
Nah, I'm just playing. Yeah, like it gets darker, shit slows down. The fall really takes me out. Like every time the fall comes around, I try not to get too into King Cruel and Faye Webster, but for some reason I do. And my manager's shaking his head. Just because, like, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I listen to a lot of slower music, too. That's just like, it's always easier to get a little bit more vulnerable on the slower stuff. And I've gone through a lot of shit since I've moved here. You know what I mean? Like, people done me dirt. Like, I've done myself dirt. You know, it takes a lot to be a human being in New York, or like just a grown up in general. So, I don't know. My sound, like I said before, it's also, it molds to whoever I'm working with. So sometimes my producers are just not in the best mental headspace, and they're like, yo, I'm going through some shit, but so you want these depressing ass beats? I'm like, not really, nigga, but like, fuck it, send it my way. And I'm like, okay, I can match your energy on this. If it's not now, then some point down the line where I'm also in my sad boy season. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, I feel that, real.
I don't know, like, if this is revealing too much, but some girl may have called like a bomb threat on the party because she was mad at our DJ because she's like kind of you know, ass hater.
That's
but
tough.
That's ridiculous.
Because we had like 8 cops pull up to shut the shit down.
So had you performed already?
Nah,
that's crazy.
The party only went for like an hour and a half, and we had like 200 people there, so it was really popping. You know what I mean?
No.
But right before I was supposed to go on, low key, like, I saw the cops pull up. I run to the backyard. They're like, I'm like, yo, the cops are here. They're like, nah, it's New Orleans. Like, the cops don't shut down parties here. They just like come and tell us that we got to end by this time, and then they leave. Yeah. And then the sheriff pulled up and shit. No. And then there was like 8 cars outside for like literally 2 hours until every single person left.
Wow. That's crazy.
So fuck that girl.
That's
She
fucked up,
sucks.
bro.
She's a hater. She's just mad because she wasn't allowed to come to the party. But we made up for it in Atlanta, bro. Like, the people really popped out in Atlanta. Yo, they are so cool out there. I can't wait to go back. You know, like, I don't know. I just want to keep being out on the road.
That's facts. I want to do a quick little rapid fire section before we clip it off, okay? So, like,
bet.
try to answer in as few words as possible. When was the last time you were starstruck?
Fuck. That was too many words already. I've tried to remove myself from being starstruck, but sometimes when I meet an artist that I am now able to like work with, I have to get over that starstruckness. I'll say on the record, Bickle is like one of my favorite artists now. Nice. I actually know him as a human, and I try to be not fumbling every interaction that I have with him. Nice. So that's me getting a little starstruck.
If your life were a biopic, who would play you?
Shit, probably like Central C or something.
Central C.
Okay, good. Low key, that would work. That would work.
Him trying to do not the British accent would be so funny, but everybody always just tells me like I look like Central C. I don't know.
Yeah, low key.
What's your plan B?
There's no plan B. I think that whatever I'm doing is gonna expand into many things, so it's not just gonna be one thing.
I love that answer, bro. I love that answer. And then, lastly, why does the world need to hear your music?
The world needs to hear my music. I don't know if they need to hear. Well, maybe there's just some people that are out there that need to hear my music at that exact time. I think if anything, my message and what I stand for is just something that needs to be put on display more. Like, I'm just here to be of service and be a stamp in the culture. And there's too many people with too much ego in this world, or too many people that really doubt their capabilities. So I just want to be like a staple of someone who's like, go out there, be a good person, help other people, do what you care about, you know?
Love that.
Hey, love that.
Great way to end, bro. It has been a pleasure. That has been an interview. We're about to get into...
Eli, you want to say anything real quick before we get up there?
Man, shout out Rivan, man. Go stream his last project, RUDEBOYRUFFS, and go follow Diabolical Disc while you're at it.
Go
yes,
buy
sir.
Diabolical Disc, bro. Diabolical going crazy. We be put on all the artists out here with the most crazy lineups, the best illustrations.
Yo, this has been Notes from Underground. This has been Rivan. Thank you so much for joining us. We're about to get into some music after this. Stay tuned. Yeah.